Roll with me, let the chaos be our key. Read the mood like it's a map to some great mystery. You'll see faith and doubt in harmony. I'm all into, I'm set free.
In one day, in one same tweet.
If you want to know if folks are brave or out of time, if they're quietly convicted or have simply lost their minds, then my friend, you found the perfect place to start this stream. So scroll with me.
G scroll. And thank you all for falling prey to my rage bait of having no audio. My 4,000 IQ move. No, Kuya says it's Twitter. No, it was me. It was me. No, I'm just kidding. It was fully a mistake. But thank you, chat, for letting me know the audio isn't working. But turned out to be an engagement hack. So don't be surprised if I do it more often. You get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. But thank you all. We've got the chat is lively. We've got G Scroller. So let me give it like G scroll, G scroll, G scroll, G scroll, tip of the hat, tip of that, tip of the hat. To read, Iculus, ZB. We've got Dim Cat. We've got Kuya, all in the chat. Before we even start scrolling, G scroll to you all. And G scroll to all who celebrate. It is Monday, July 27th. My name is Dude Lifts. This is where we ZB says, how can I pay? I don't know what that means. There's no paying. There's no paying anything. Yes, my name is Dude Lifts. This is where we scroll crypto Twitter. This is where we try to discern the true from the false, separate the wheat from the chaff. Some people may call that mining for alpha, going deep into the mines. People say there's no alpha on Twitter. I disagree. You just have to know how to read the tea leaves and how to understand the vibes, right? People want alpha in Telegram. They want their favorite KOL to say, I'm buying this coin at 10K market cap because I think it's going to be the next cat coin. No. If that's you, I'll be straight up. You're not the audience. I'll be straight up. People say don't be exclusionary. I'm just telling you. If you're a G scroller, you're discerning. You have the ability to understand nuance, themes, thematics. This is the Odyssey. I've been trying to get home for 181 episodes. We're just pillaging the coast up and down, finding our way. But alas. Yeah, so people, Iculus says, send all funds to Iculus at 479.eth. There you go. There's the alpha. But alas, let's begin to scroll so we can start to understand the vibes now that I've done diatribing, but also make sure to stay hydrated, because it's a bull run, But let's go. Okay. Will Weinrob from Digitoy says our claim source drop is officially live. Looks like the silver and gold pack sold out. Yeah. So if you aren't following this, Digitoys, I don't know. I've been a big fan of the Digitoys team for years. They've been building for years. And so they've kind of continued to iterate on their product, and now they're doing digital stickers. I think, there's a concept called skeuomorphism, which is like making things match either human or the real realm. I think that's why, say what you want, but I think that's why long-term Disney Pinnacle will be successful, because they're a pin, if that makes sense, which is weird to say it's a digital pin. But the traditional pin collectors who encounter it, they understand how to collect the object because they collect pins. If you just say, hey, here's a digital thing, like an NFT, people are like, I don't know what to do with this thing. We have to teach them what to do. A digital pin, you don't have to teach them what to collect. They know to complete their sets. They know about the different trims. They know about all this stuff. It's on my mind because I'm going to D23 in a couple weeks to hang out with the Pinnacle team, and it's going to be sick. So, but this, I think the same thing in the way that stickers with different holo trims and things like that, it's skeuomorphic. Am I saying this is going to be the next thing you cook 1000x on? I don't know. But I do think it's an interesting experiment in digital collectibles, and that's why I'm a fan. Big fan. We'll move on here. Let's keep going. Oh, holy shit. What happened? For those of you unaware, the kitty coin, I believe it was on Robinhood. It was a kitty Ponzi game. Game is even generous. Like the UI, I looked at it one time and I was like, bro, no. Like it's just like this, Claude UI. There's just like numbers on the screen. It's like you are now mining kitty and you're now mining more kitty. I mean, it's a DeFi Ponzi. You guys know the rules. But apparently one of the big bag holders sold in one clip. And and this is what you get. It's what you get. I prefer my cat Ponzus with more rigid gameplay mechanics, a little more durable, if you will. And that was a soft Kona shell for those who know. It's a penguin's world, and we're just living in it. Let's check out these photos here. Incredible technology. Incredible. Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con. They had a blast. So cool. Congratulations to the Pudgy team. They did a great job there. Thread guy says SPX is only 3 times off all times high by the 3%. Damn. Do we need a little more hydration in here? Okay. Brazilian farmers are tokenizing dairy cows as Argentinian-backed block collateral to secure loans. Jay says it's feeling 2017 up here. I have something different to say about that. No, I actually think this is really cool. I think the ability to tokenize and borrow and lend against your quote unquote stale inventory, the ability, it's credit to turn future income into income today is really interesting. And I think people probably undervalue how valuable cows are. I have a uncle relative of mine who's one of the true, few Western ranchers left in Arizona. He lives in Southern Arizona, huge property, does like a cattle drive on a horse, the whole nine. He is the real fucking deal. He's a real cowboy. And he came up for a family event, which he barely gets away from the farm because he's fucking got a shitload of cattle. And we were just talking, and he's like, I drove the cattle over the mountain range. And I was like, oh shit. And I was like, oh, thinking that this is a normal question. I was like, oh, how many cows do you have? How much cattle do you have? Then he just looks back at me without skipping a beat. And he goes, how many dollars in your wallet? And I was like, what? And I was just like confused. And then he kind of looked at me. He's like, you asking me how much cattle I have is like me asking you how much dollars you have in your wallet. And I was like, no shit. I was like, my man's net worth is tied up in beef. And so I think about this, and especially something that takes a long time to kind of mature, the ability to tokenize that, take a loan against it, pay it back, whatever. I think is a really interesting concept. I know Pawns try to do something similar with kind of stale inventory for like Amazon, like FBA stuff. But I think this is cool. And I don't think it's very, it is 2017 in the way that's optimism, but let's see here. Ethereum NFTs, as Cirque says, you missed all. You'll miss this NFT run too. Luck the fuck in. All right. The FOMO app just closed its highest week of revenue, 1.79 million in fees. And fees, 1.96. How is there a difference between their fees and their revenue? Wait, I don't get it. What are they charging for? Maybe I'm missing something. I'm like, isn't it all fees? I don't get it. Let's see here. All right, Damien here says 2026 and we're still doing this. No one trades crypto anymore. Stocks look bad for one day today, but just as easily outperform in the months, years to come. Crypto will just be in no man's land. Oh, my man. I mean, he's right in the sense that there's like less crypto traders, less NFT traders, but to completely write off crypto, it's short-sighted, my guy. I know Damien works in the TCG space with BZ, so he's a little bit kind of like crypto adjacent. Come on. All right, here we go. Here. Oh my gosh, this might be S tier copy pasta. Been on an absolute streak with RWA Markets Facebook Marketplace lately. Great place to learn about market microstructure dynamics, bid-ask spread. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. This is incredible copy pasta. This deserves a like. All right, let's keep going here. Whoa, what the fuck? OpenSea says this week, free and vaulted Pokemon cards at Rare Evo. Stop by the OpenSea booth, sign up for OpenSea Mobile, and one's yours, transferred straight to you on the spot. Card sourced from our friends at Dillian Courtyard. That's crazy. That's so cool. That's a great onboarding. That's just like, hey, sign up for our app and we'll give you free Pokemon cards on chain. Sick. Incredible technology. Technology. Oh. The Ultimate Daytona 150K NFT loan eligibility with purpose. Dude, I don't even know what that means. That's sick. Like LTV, jewelry, NFT loans. Hell yeah, Jay Fells. Hell yeah. Monty says Lifts is the new KOL. I ain't your KOL, pal. I ain't your buddy. Guy. Just a guy who's online all the time. That's all. Just a guy. I'm just a guy who's online all the time. I did do my thesis work on communicating complex topics in simple ways that people can understand and take action on. So do with that what you will. Dude, we got Maxwin here. Look, saying tendies because he knows a good coin when he sees him. He knows a good coin when he sees him. If you know, you know. All right, here we go. Clay, no? Sick. If you're wondering what's been... Oh, Simon, you fucked me up with this PFP. He goes to one conference in Geneva, changes his PFP to a human being. Okay, but alas, Simon's a smart guy. If you're wondering what's been performing best over the past month, it's been solid on-chain businesses built by founders who decided to ignore the noise and keep shipping. Hell yeah. Uniswap, MetaDAO. Don't know what GeoNet. Interesting. Pump Fun. Wait, is Pump Fun really up 60% in the month? That's crazy. Especially amongst like the Robinhood era, you know? Congrats to Uniswap, though. Very cool. I feel like Aave is probably going to pull up behind that. Wait, what the fuck is this? This is just hilarious. God, the internet's so good. Oh my God, so good. Oh my God, it's so good. I feel like you could make this like Odyssey edit with the giant chins and IMAX. Incredible. 2020 will go down as one of the strangest years in the last century. The good doctor, Dr. Anthony Fauci. Crazy. All right. When everyone can now write their own software, it makes it less likely for people to pay for others. Yes. Yeah. I mean, for sure. I've canceled SaaS products at our company and built them. So yeah, I mean, and I think in the past I was kind of skeptical of like, oh, like the kind of API aggregators getting all the value, but that shit's real. If you can bring a vibe coder like the Lego bricks, the framework, the resources, the data to kind of scrape and use, it's very valuable. Very valuable. Amazing example of hedging using prediction markets. Wait, savvy ice cream owner makes 43% of monthly rent betting on weather. If it rains, we still win. Yo. Wait a second. Okay, think about this. So, okay, imagine now, I don't know if ice cream, imagine if you had like a purely outdoor business and then you bet that it was going to rain. So if it rains, and this is very overly simplistic, but if it rains, you make money and then you lose business because it rains. Damn. That shit's sick. I will say that this almost reminds me of, this is one of the cool things about crypto more broadly. Just, I think crypto is a tool for freedom. And I think that it democratizes things that were previously gatekept. It's one of the many things it's good at. I remember when I was a younger lad, and I was doing some event planning and I had to get insurance policies. Yeah, Kuya says it's like the bar who gives away drinks if the Knicks won or lost. It's like the mattress guy, right? If you look that up, there's a famous gentleman who basically say if my football team loses, you get your mattress for free. And then he would put some ridiculous $10 million bet down, basically hedging against himself. So either sold a shitload of mattresses or won a bunch of money on the bet. So it's very similar to that. But the thing that I think about this kind of thing, and I've talked about this before, where prediction markets could be used instead of car insurance. Let's say you take out a bet that you're not going to get in a crash or whatever, then or vice versa. So Igga says, yeah, but if it doesn't, you lose money out of your daily profit. You're losing either way to some degree. Um, yeah, maybe it's reducing your losses. Maybe, maybe it's not, you're not going to make money. I think it's net is the idea, or getting close to it. Maybe you're not like completely zeroed out. But I think about this is what I was getting at is I'm ready to get insurance for some events. And I remember reading the event insurance policy. And at some point I was actually really impressed with how thorough it was. Like there was even like a weather clause. There was like, if your event, and this is through some typical, insurer, there's like, if your event gets rained out, you can apply for, compensation for the expected losses, whatever. And I was like, wait, seriously? It just fucking rains? Like, I'm sure there's so many people who either don't get insurance on their event, or they do, but they don't know that they can do this kind of stuff. So I think about this in a similar way. It's kind of democratizing that. Let's say if you had an event and it was an outdoor event, not even just a coffee shop. Say it was a 1-day event, and you just took out a big position, that it was going to rain that day, just to hedge your bets there. Pay for a prediction market bet, I guess, is kind of what I'm getting at. It's not perfect, and I'm not smart enough to fully articulate it, but I think it's a good start. We're heading in the right direction. Every time I hop in my car, my Bluetooth connects to my car. My phone knows that my Bluetooth connects to my car specifically, takes out a position that I'm not going to get in a car accident. If I drive well, I win money. And someone's my counterparty because they've ran the numbers. They understand how frequent car accidents occur. Just saying, it's what insurance is like already to some degree. Oh my gosh. Whoa. July 23rd, 2026 was the busiest day for commercial air travel ever. Wow. Say 150,000 flights in a day. That's actually kind of fucked. Wow. That's crazy. Whoa. Nemo here. GM. Good sir. Look at this. My man. Small love with a little LP, a little linear progression. We're back in the Digitoids, dude. Let's give a little refresh. Oh, Luna got a pudgy. Very cool. Let's give a little refresh. Get some freshy tweets. We got the Digitoids times Klanos. Okay, wait. Are you actually doing that with your car? I know you talked about that in the past. No. I'm not actually doing that, but I guess I could. What's so weird is I didn't even think about like you could. Like I think the APIs for Polymarket or Callsheet or whatever. Okay, never mind. Pause. Because you have to be able to create your own market. There's very few prediction markets where you can create your own. And then you have to have someone who's your counterparty there. But I guess you could get pretty close with today's technology. So I guess we're not that far off, which is pretty cool. That'd be interesting thing to like start a company around, like fuck insurance. Cause like, but just like prediction market insurance, like let's bet on this shit. Like it's just Adam Sandler. That's I was driving around the other day and I was just noticing how many insurance offices there are and I'm not saying this to be like a doomer, but I'm like, you got an insurance office and there's probably like 4 or 5 people working in there. And I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? In Anno Domini 2026, what are we doing here? But I do think that often about a lot of businesses. So maybe that's just me. Let us continue. Lucanet's called Ansem the Kanye West of finance. Crazy. Wait, what? Okay, that's weird. All right, someone has botted my account. Where as soon as I post within minutes, there are the same 10 accounts from Southeast Asia that comment some AI slop. Great text. He has 10 comments. Should we see? I don't know. I don't know. Interesting tactic, though. Ooh, Rasmer here, 8 minutes ago with an article. He says, every movement needs an avatar. Everyone wants to predict the next internet movement. Nothing pays better. Being ahead of a big internet movement. I thought it was just without an A and just big internet movement. Can make you a billionaire. Who is the avatar? We'll never find out. Well, you know the rules. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. If you've got a problem, Solana can help. The most bullish hour in crypto is back Thursday. Ecosystem call. Sign up on Luma. Nice. Solana with a classic ad. Things we love to see. Trump accounts are literally airdrops for children. I mean, not wrong. Not wrong. Day 16 of opening a $50 Pokemon starter pack on Monster until I pull an epic. The mission continues. Because he said the mission continues, it leads me to believe that he didn't pull he didn't do it. He didn't do it. Let's do it. We're getting a little stale here. Let's give it a little refresh. Okay, we've got harsh here. I've seen 30 million alternative outcomes, less than 10 permutations composed in this grill. Love how bullish harsh is on checks. And this is just an S tier meme. So congratulations. Congratulations. Whoa, what the fuck? YouTube and Universal have signed a deal to bring Peacock to all of YouTube premium subscribers at no extra cost. Good thing I just canceled my Peacock, straight up. Dude, we're just going to end back up at cable. I need to look into this. I think it might actually be a better deal for me to get cable right now than pay for all this bullshit. Because cable still has a little bit of clout in the sense of like how many homes it's in, which they've negotiated deals to get you like Netflix included, Peacock included, whatever. And I'm already paying for the internet. I need to look into that because paying for these separate services, it ain't it. It ain't it. And these streaming services have the gall to play commercials and make it difficult to buy the service without commercials. What are you doing? You have violated everything that is sacred. I'm sorry. I got a little worked up, but I'm watching these streaming services and throwing a commercial. I'm like, time is a flat circle. What have we done? What have we done here? Surely this new launchpad of Robinhood will be able to beat out Pawns. LOL. All right. Mert jumping in to talk Zcash Ironwood. Ooh, trending in sports. XC, New York wins first MoonPay X Games League title in thrilling finish. Dude, shout out to MoonPay sponsoring the X Games League or creating, co-founding. I'm not really even totally sure. But MoonPay is cooking. They don't get enough credit. Just on an entire pumpkin spice section at the grocery store. Y'all got to chill. It's July. Dude, it doesn't matter. I'm seeing it on Instagram. Apparently, after July 4th now, it's spooky season. I don't make the rules. It's just the deal. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Let's keep scrolling. Scrolling. Y'all gonna do this shit right here. Think we can top this? Okay, what happened last week on Solana Mobile? Wait, they got 3 cameras on the Seeker? I gotta get me a Seeker. What am I doing? Wait. Use the coping mechanism to survive the summer. It's true. That's actually a fair point, CB. We just mentally go to spooky season. Use the word. Is that au revoir? No, because au revoir is like AU. Because that's like order. What is that? In a video interview, and now just roll my eyes at myself as it came out. I don't even know. I'm in a different tax bracket than that word. If someone could phonetically spell that in the chat, let me know. All right, Coinbase. We're taking the Coinbase DEX experience to the next level. Find and trade Base and Solana tokens as soon as they're live on chain. Oh, new launches. Coinbase wants you scanning the new pairs. Yes! Oh my God, we're going to quote tweet that. BRB scanning new pairs on Coinbase. Incredible tech. Misspelled Coinbase, all good. Terrible typist. Here we go. All right, Evergreen. Stairs up, elevator down. Let's keep going. Wait, what the fuck is this? Day 3 of taking a $14 bonus buy on stake. Oh, the casino. LOL. What? Dude, speaking of Disney Pinnacle from earlier, dude, $400 for Bruno? We don't talk about Bruno. Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm so excited to go to D23. I went crazy last D23 and got so many limited edition pins. I couldn't help myself. It was so good. All right, one last tweet to rule them all, to bind them in the darkness. Wait, I think Coinbase is a great Solana native wallet. Look what we just said. Dude. Just saying, scanning new pairs on Coinbase, BRB. But it is 8:59. That means that we've come to the top of the hour. And so it is Monday, July 27th. We'll be back Tuesday, July 28th. And just remember, until next time, as Kuya said,